Hey friends, good morning. Welcome back to another vlog. If you're new here, my name is Selena. I share life in my 20s, post-grad, just trying to figure it all out. So if you're into that sort of thing, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing. Today, I thought it would be fun to film a little vlog. I'm gonna be productive. I might do some fall things tomorrow, and I thought it would just be fun to bring you guys along while I get things done and just living my life outside of work. If you like these kind of vlogs, please make sure to like this video and leave a comment down below so that I know to make more videos like this. So I have my coffee. Already was a little bit productive this morning, you know, just getting ready, having a slow morning, and having breakfast. I've started watching this last episode of The Watcher. It's so freaking good, and I thought now would be a perfect time to just kind of relax but also be productive. So I think I'm gonna try to fold this laundry that's sitting back there, as you can see, and continue watching the show and enjoy the sunlight coming in. I can see all the fall trees from my apartment window and I'm so excited. Tonight's gonna be fun too. We're gonna go to like this haunted corn maze and hayride thing, so I'll definitely try to take some clips and show you guys. I don't really celebrate Halloween or anything, but I do like to enjoy the fall and spooky festivities every once in a while, so I'll definitely let you guys know if I recommend. And then tomorrow is going to be fun because I'm probably going to go on a hike and maybe take some fall pictures. So if I find a nice spot out there, I'll definitely bring you guys along and show you all of that as well. But yeah, I hope that y'all enjoy this vlog, and I'm gonna drink my cafecito and get a little bit of laundry done and then sign into work. But more on that later. Wow, yeah, just finished watching the last episode of The Watcher, and that was a pretty strange show. I really like psychological thriller shows and movies and books, so I really enjoyed it. But wow, that was a ride. Definitely a ride. Anyway, I finished doing the laundry that was on the couch. There's always more laundry to do, but you know, I try to get things done in bite-sized pieces so that it's not overwhelming, because if I try to do the entire pile that I have currently going on, that would be a lot. And I also actually need to sign into work, even though it's Saturday, because I do need to work some overtime to meet some deadlines and get some work done on this other project that I'm working on. So where has the day gone? I've just been working for the past 4 hours and my eyes are burning and I'm tired, but I just signed out of work. I'm done for today. I'm just done. I wanted to do some more productive things around the house, but my boyfriend's getting off work in like 15 minutes and then he'll probably be here in about an hour or so. So I don't really have time to do a whole lot of things around the house. I can get ready so that when he comes, I can just go downstairs. We're going to Cox Farms, which is like an hour away. I'm really excited. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be cold, so I need to make sure I put on some leggings, get some warm clothing on. I also have a little bit of an update that I wanted to share with you guys about the home buying process from my perspective as a first-time home buyer, the research and planning part of that, because I'm not necessarily saying that I'm going to buy a house or anything in the next year or near future, but I do think that something this huge takes a lot of time to save up for that down payment and to do research about programs out there and all of that. So I'm going to be sharing my journey throughout the process. A lot of you said you are looking forward to this, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an update, and I also just need to figure out what I'm gonna wear tonight, so let's do that. So I put on my yoga pants because that's what I'm gonna wear tonight, and honestly gonna keep this on and then probably just wear my favorite puffer jacket that I got from Princess Polly. I see. Okay, Siri. Which if you haven't checked it out, you should consider getting that puffer jacket. So I made hard-boiled eggs the other day, and these have been coming in clutch to just have as like a quick little snack. As y'all saw, I really haven't eaten much today. I'm freaking hungry. I'm ravenous actually. Since we are gonna get food on the way, probably like Chick-fil-A, I'm not gonna have a meal right now because I'm sure that's gonna be yummy and I wanna enjoy it. But I need some protein because I haven't had anything today besides that like tiny breakfast that I had this morning. And that was just not enough because your girl needs calories, energy, all the things. Okay, this might seem weird to some of y'all, but this is so good. Tapatio, my childhood best friend. Still is my best friend. Ugh, hard-boiled eggs or even soft-boiled eggs with tapatio, it just hits different because it already has salt and then it has that little bit of spice. So I really quickly wanted to have another follow-up conversation about potentially wanting to buy a house and kind of where I am with that. I'm currently just saving up for a down payment or just saving up money. So here's the thing. The market right now is not the best. Interest rates keep rising, and it's projected that interest rates are just going to continue to rise through the next year, maybe two, depending on whether this recession becomes a depression. There's so many factors that are involved that I've been kind of considering and wanting to do for a while, and those are buying a house and buying my first car. So at this point, I'm saving up money, and I don't know whether I will end up buying a car or whether I will end up buying a condo or a house or whatever it might be. Everything is kind of still up in the air, but at the same time, I'm still doing all of the necessary research that I can for the house buying process as well as the car buying process. I have to figure out kind of like what my projected budget would be. I have kind of been given like an allotted amount that I was pre-qualified for. My monthly payments would be super high for that. So I think I would want to keep my monthly payments at about $2,500 or less. Ideally less, but taking into account that I would probably only put 3% or 5% down on a mortgage, I'm being realistic. I still want to get a nice enough first home. I don't want anything that is like a huge fixer-upper. See, so here's my dilemma. I've been using a mortgage calculator from Bankrate. And just to give you an idea, so Usually in a good housing market, I would be able to afford a pretty decent house, like up to $450,000. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is that interest rates be cray right now, and the lower the interest rate, the more house I would be able to afford. But unfortunately, since interest rates are skyrocketing and they will continue to rise for the unforeseen future, the amount of house that I'm able to afford is not as high as it usually would. And most houses in the Portland metro area are starting at $400,000, which unfortunately with these interest rates is just not feasible for me at this moment. So I'm just going to continue to save and see what happens. Let's just take a look at Redfin so that y'all can see visually what kind of houses I'm able to afford at this point in time with the higher interest rates. As you can see, the house is pretty nice looking. It's not too bad. It's a little bit on the small side, unfortunately. The backyard's pretty big, which is a good sell. However, the location is not really optimal for me, but again, not the worst location. It's still on the west side of Highway 205. Let's see what else is available. Okay, as you can see, this is more like the common type of house that I would see in this price range if I wanted to live in Portland. Not really the nicest house, definitely a fixer-upper. I definitely don't want to take on a house that I would have to do a lot of projects on. Now, if I was willing to look a little bit further outside of the city, I could get a little bit more house for my money. However, again, there would be a lot of renovations that are needed, and I really don't want to have that in my first house. I've also seen a lot of new builds like this one that are really, really nice, and I do think that it's very pretty. However, there's only street parking available, and I find that that's going to be a huge issue, especially in the Portland metro area where crime tends to be higher in the city. So it's much better to have your cars secured in your garage if possible. And if I'm going to buy a house, like, I want to have a garage. So now if we take a look at what my price range would be in a healthier market with lower interest rates, I would be able to afford a house up to $450,000. And as you can see, this would be a beautiful, perfect, renovated starter home where I wouldn't hopefully have to put in too much work to making it an ideal, cozy place to live for my first time. Since I am moving alone, I really want to have as little work and upkeep as possible. Maybe if I was married or moving in with my partner and we were at that point in our lives where we had that extra income, maybe it would be okay to get more of a fixer-upper, but preferably I would want a house more like this that's ready to move in, doesn't require too much maintenance, at least for the first couple of years. Like, look at how beautiful this house is. I would be so happy to move into a home like this, and I'm at the point in my life where I could either wait and save up so that I can afford a house like this, or I can buy something that's out of my budget, which is not something I want to do. So essentially, I'm just gonna have to wait and see what happens and save up money. So if interest rates or prices don't begin to come down dramatically, then your girl might not be getting a house anytime soon. Because one thing we're definitely not gonna do is buy more house than we can afford and then be house poor in our 20s. I'm in touch with a couple of real estate agents just to kind of see and monitor like the market and what's out there and what's available. Because I mean, if I saw like the perfect house at the right price with with a rate lock and some really good interest buy down options, then I don't know, maybe I would buy a house if it was in a good location and everything just lined up. So all I know is whatever happens, I need to be saving up money so that whenever the opportunity arises, I can be prepared for whatever it is. So that is all. That is the update. Okay, so I just checked the weather and apparently it's supposed to get as cold as 40 degrees tonight. So I threw on this crew neck under my puffer jacket, and if worse comes to worse and I get hot, I can always take this off. But if it's freezing cold, I can't just make a crew neck magically appear. So anyway, this will be my little outfit for tonight. All right, we're about to head out now.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know. For all in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this.
Okay, we made it to the Cox Farms. To Cox Farms. And I'm gonna take a few clips on my phone. Hopefully y'all can see it, but I'll let you guys know how it went later.
Cheese.
Not you with the light. Even the drive there is really pretty.